It starts with a harmless notification. You open your phone, you see a photo. Maybe it's a friend getting engaged. Maybe it's a coworker announcing a massive promotion. Maybe it's just an influencer eating a breakfast that looks better than your entire life. And suddenly, you feel it. It's not just jealousy, it's something deeper. It's a sharp, hollow pang in your chest that says, you are behind, you are missing out, you are not enough. You tell yourself you want that car, you want that vacation, you want that relationship. But here is the uncomfortable truth. You don't actually want those things. If you were the last person on Earth, you probably wouldn't care about the luxury watch or the exotic trip. So what is happening? Why does looking at others make us feel so empty? Tonight, we're going to perform an autopsy on your envy. We're going to use the dangerous philosophy of René Girard to prove that your desires aren't even yours, and that the reason you are anxious isn't because you want things, but because you want to be someone else. Welcome back to the Abyss. In this series, we've talked about the anxiety of freedom, of choice, and of success. But today, we face the anxiety of the other. We live in a hall of mirrors. Social media has turned our lives into a constant 24/7 competition, not just for status, but for being. The French historian and philosopher René Girard called this Mimetic Desire. He argued that human beings don't know what to want. We have to learn what to want by watching others. And this simple mechanism is the root of almost all our conflict and unhappiness. In this episode, we're going to break down the triangle of desire. We'll explain why you only want the job because your rival wants it. We'll look at why influencers are actually models of desire that trap us in a cycle of lack. And finally, we'll talk about how to step out of the triangle so you can stop wasting your life chasing a trophy you don't even want. We tend to think that desire is a straight line. There is you, the subject, and there is the thing, the object. You see a nice car, you think the car is beautiful. You want the car. It feels direct, it feels spontaneous. But René Girard says this is an illusion. He argues that desire is not a line, it is a triangle. There is you, there is the object, the car, and at the top of the triangle, there is the model, the mediator. You don't actually want the car because of its engine or its leather seats. You want the car because you saw someone else, someone you admire, envy, or compete with, desire it first. Think about two toddlers in a room full of toys. The toys are lying on the floor, ignored. Suddenly, toddler A picks up a red truck. Immediately, toddler B drops everything and wants that specific red truck. Did the truck change? No, but toddler A gave it value. We like to think we're independent adults, but Girard says we're just toddlers in bigger bodies. We don't know what is cool, what is successful, or what is beautiful until we see a model desire it. We are infected by the desires of others. We are mimetic machines. In the past, our models were distant. They were kings, gods, or heroes in myths. You couldn't be them, so you didn't really envy them. You just worshipped them. But social media collapsed the distance. Today, your models are your friends, your ex-classmates, the guy who started a startup at 22. They're close enough to touch, yet just far enough away to make you feel like a failure. Girard called this internal mediation. It is the most toxic form of desire, because the model is also your rival. When you scroll through Instagram, you're not looking at products, you're looking at lives. You see an influencer traveling in Bali looking peaceful and whole. You don't just want the trip to Bali, you want their being. You think, if I had that trip, I would feel as complete as they look. This is the metaphysical trap. You believe that the object holds the secret to the model's happiness. You think they possess a fullness of soul that you lack. So you buy the ticket, you go to Bali, you take the photo, and you realize you are still you. You are still anxious. You're just anxious in a prettier location. Why? Because the model was lying. They're not whole either. They're looking at their models, feeling the same emptiness you feel. It is a hall of mirrors where everyone is chasing a reflection of happiness that no one actually possesses.
So, if we are wired to copy, and if social media is a machine designed to trigger our copying mechanisms, are we doomed? Are we destined to spend our lives chasing things we don't want, to impress people we don't like? René Girard offers a hard truth. You cannot fully escape mimesis. Humans are social animals. We will imitate. But you can choose who you imitate, and you can distinguish between two types of desire: thin desires and thick desires. Thin desires are highly contagious. They're the trends of the moment. They're the cryptocurrency everyone is buying, the aesthetic everyone is posting, the career path that sounds prestigious at a cocktail party. Thin desires arrive quickly. They feel urgent, but they leave you feeling empty the moment you satisfy them. Thick desires, on the other hand, are built over years. They are specific to you. They are born from your genuine curiosity, your scars, and your temperament. A thick desire might be the joy of writing code at 2 a.m., the quiet satisfaction of gardening, or the love for a specific weird genre of history. Thick desires are hard to fake, and more importantly, they're hard to mimic. Here is how to step out of the triangle. 1. Name your model. The spell of envy only works in the dark. The moment you drag it into the light, it weakens. Next time you feel that pang of anxiety, ask yourself, do I actually want this object, or do I just want to be like the person holding it? Admit to yourself, I don't want the car, I am just jealous of Dave. Naming the rival kills the mystique. 2. Increase the distance. If you are constantly looking at people who are just like you but slightly better, you will go insane. Curate your digital environment. Unfollow the rivals, the peers who trigger your insecurity. Instead, follow mentors, people who are so far ahead or so different that you can admire them without wanting to destroy them. Impress envy with awe. 3. Cultivate anti-mimetic hobbies. Find one thing in your life that you do for zero applause, something you would do even if Instagram didn't exist. When you pour energy into a thick desire, you build a solid core. And when you have a solid core, the winds of other people's desires can't blow you away so easily. The tragedy of the modern world is that we are drowning in freedom, yet we all end up looking exactly the same. We copy the same poses, buy the same clothes, and chase the same definitions of success. René Girard taught us that envy is actually a form of flattery. It means you have lost faith in your own value, so you are trying to borrow value from someone else. But you don't need to borrow it. The anxiety you feel, that pressure to catch up, is a lie. There is no race, because if you are living a life based on your thick desires, no one else can compete with you. You are a category of one. Tonight, I want you to do something radical. Close the app. Stop looking at the models. Sit in silence and ask yourself, if no one was watching, what would I actually do tomorrow? Finding that answer is the start of your freedom. But stepping off the treadmill is only the first step. Next, you have to learn how to stand still. I am stepping out of the triangle. I am enough. See you in the next quiet night.